Sparking Zero hasn't had the best reception in a while. It's been very mixed. When the game first came out, it was kind of on top of the world, and then ever since then, people have just slowly been turning on the game a lot. And it's to the point now that we just got the first Daima DLC, and people are very negative about it. And is it everything that I wanted? Definitely not. But I don't think it's really bad either. I think it's just kind of decent. So instead of, you know, picking a side or spreading a bunch of hate or anything, I just wanted to go through some things that I like about the DLC and things that I don't like about the DLC. Just the good and the bad of it. Because honestly, there's a lot of both. Sorry, this is normally where I would like go to the next part of the video, but I just really want to beat this CPU because he's kind of going crazy on me. Well, that's embarrassing. Okay, well, let's start off with the good. So starting off with the good, I absolutely love the transformations in this DLC. Like, honestly, they're some of the best in the entire game so far. Like, they went crazy with the last DLC too, and like Beast Gohan is sick. But seriously, the transformations are so good. They match up so well with the anime. They really are just like scenes taken basically just from that, and they're done really, really well. Goku's is sick, and then they also absolutely gassed up Vegeta too for his transformation. Like they did a great job, honestly. They're so much better than just like the typical transformations. They look really, really good. And Vegeta's hair is insane, by the way. This hair is wild. But all in all, they did like a spectacular job on the transformations and like the general visuals of the DLC. And now for the bad. The fact that they didn't call this form Ultra Vegeta 1 genuinely pisses me off. I was hoping so bad that when this form got adapted into different things, it was going to be Ultra Vegeta 1. I know that sounds like a nitpick, but it would have been so funny because it's just such a funny thing for Vegeta to just not accept being Super Saiyan 3. It would have been amazing. I'm honestly so disappointed. Maybe when we get the adult version, if we get it, then maybe we'll get Ultra Vegeta 1, because that would be sick. Back to the good, we finally got a mini Goku that looked better. Like, this actually looks really good now. This model is great. They did a fantastic job on him. But the mini Goku we got pre-Daima DLC, like since day one, absolutely looked terrible. I literally had a mod just to make him look better because he looked so bad. Like, the facial expressions and everything were all off. He just didn't look good, like, at all, in any way. I will not sugarcoat that. But the revamped version that they ended up giving us, I actually like more than the modded one I had. This Goku looks great. Like, honestly, he looks really nice. And it's nice that you still get the old version that just looks better now instead of being a separate character. I also really like their choice of just making it a costume, and then that costume changes the attacks and gives you the transformation. That's probably what we're gonna see for the adult Super Saiyan 4. I would imagine. It's probably like some version of N Goku that has a different outfit like the Daima one that he can then go to Super Saiyan 4 as well, which I actually really like the idea of. I think that would be really, really cool. Now for the bad. There is not enough Goku. I'm sorry, the fact that all we got was a slightly revamped version of the normal one, with the only difference being his ult. Like, that's the only thing. The ult, and then he can use Ki Blast. The fact that we only got that plus one version of Super Saiyan Goku, like just Super Saiyan 1, is crazy. I wish we got so much more than this for him, because like, I don't know, you know, the main character whose mini Goku has been suffering for a while. He's been a really bad character that needed a lot. Not only like gameplay, but he just looked bad. So I'm glad he got revamped, but the fact that we only got Super Saiyan 1 is pretty disappointing. With that being said, I do love this ult. The fact that he goes into Super Saiyan briefly for it is sick. I think we need more of that type of stuff. It reminds me of like N Goku's Super Spirit Bomb on like Kid Buu. I think that's sick. We need more stuff like that. But I do wish we had more Goku, because just one Super Saiyan Goku, even if it is sick as hell, is not as much as I would have wanted. Back to the good. Ultra Vegeta 1 is sick. I absolutely love this guy. The fact that he fights with his legs and stuff, just like in the anime, like showing you that little bit of Vegito in him, It's honestly so cool. Like, I absolutely love this, and his guard, or his counter perception, that's what I'm saying, to like the revenge counters, is also using his feet. So like you actually get to actively see the Vegito in him, which is kind of the whole point of his form, really, in Daima. It's super sick. The hair looks awesome. They just did a great job. Like, he is the whole like centerpiece of this DLC, considering that Vegeta got so much love, so he should be good. But like, he's honestly amazing. His animations are all just super cool too. Again, they did a great job on like the visuals of this DLC, which is nice. I absolutely love his ult too. The fact that it's like a Gallic gun beam that you actually can beam struggle with that goes into like the little attack animation. I saw people trying to like cope into thinking this attack looks bad, like it has a weird ending, but that's literally what happens in Daima, so like I don't really understand what people wanted from it, if not that. I think they did a great job on him. All of his attacks are sick. Now for the bad. There are way too many Vegetas. I know that Vegeta is like the whole point of this DLC, like gassing up Ultra Vegeta 1, but like, my god. The fact that the DLC is only 8 characters, granted that you already had Mini Goku like I did, so technically 9, we'll call it 9, but the fact that it only had 9 characters and 4 of them are Vegetas, like, I really don't think Vegeta needed a base form, a Super Saiyan 1, a Super Saiyan 2, and then finally his final Ultra Vegeta 1 form. Like, he did not need all of these. Like, I'm sorry. It's just way too much. Like, it would have been, in my opinion, and again, I don't know what's coming with the later DLCs, I think it would have been a better idea to drop the Super Saiyan 2 and just have, like, this form come from Super Saiyan 1, or maybe drop Super Saiyan 1 and go straight up to 2, something like that, and then give Goku, like, Super Saiyan 3, like, mini Super Saiyan 3. I still think Super Saiyan 4 should have been in this pack, but, you know, whatever. If they had to drop it, I think we should have at least got Super Saiyan 3 Mini Goku. That way it would at least line up with GT. Back to the good, this time with something that the game really needed. The game has desperately needed, like, more low-cost characters for a while. Like, if you're doing DP battles, you're very limited in what you need. Like, a lot of the times people tend to stick to, like, the same sort of stuff. So the fact that we now have, like, you know, Mini Goku available for everyone at 4 costs is pretty good. The fact that Glorio, I believe Glorio is also 4 costs, right? Glorio is also 4 costs. He's really good. I actually am kind of like a Glorio stan. He kind of pops off. He's not better than like Bardock or like Teen Gohan kind of sucks, but he's not better than like Adult Gohan, Super Gohan, or like Bardock and stuff. Like, he's not going to be better than that. He's not better than a lot of these because like Teen Gohan can transform and stuff, and he's not going to beat that. But for like a fun character that is lower cost that you can just use to mess around with and stuff, he's pretty good. And then we also got Pansy for another 2 cost character, which is nice. She actually seems pretty fun, has like some interest in attacks. I got bodied by her online earlier. Kind of crazy. But yeah, low cost characters are a very good thing. I think it adds a lot of variety that we really desperately need. So I do like the fact that the power level of most of these characters are like pretty low. Like Ku's only 5, Super Saiyan 1 Goku's only 5, and even Mini Vegeta's final form is only 7. So like, you're talking none of the power levels extend past 7 for this DLC, which I really like. I think the game desperately needs more lower cost characters because the really oversaturated good characters are like picked so often. So you always need those smaller characters to kind of populate the rest of it and keep things interesting. And now for the bad, no new stages. This is the thing that this game suffers from the most. It still has the exact same stages since launch. Nothing has changed. There's been no attempt to add anymore, no suggestions to add anymore, no alluding to it, no nothing. I don't think we're ever gonna get any more stages. It's a huge missed opportunity, especially because of how easy it is to like take some of the stages from the menus. People have just ripped straight out of these and have made stages, and like they work great for mods. So like it's a huge missed opportunity to not add stages, especially when the Demon Realm is like an entire thing they could do. It's a disappointment, and I hate that they're probably not gonna add more. That's why I'm glad I'm a PC player and I got mods. Back to the good, again with how this game did great visually for the DLC. The attacks in this game are so good, are so accurate to the anime. Like this Kamehameha right here. This is such a good representation of what it is in Daima, and it's such an epic moment. But they still do such a good job. Of course, Vegeta blocked that. But they still do such a good job of really like doing exactly what it does in the anime, but just kind of cutting it down a bit so it fits better as like a move that doesn't take forever. Like it's perfect, honestly. Like they did such a good job at it. And like I talked a bit about before, it's the exact same with Vegeta's. Like Vegeta's ult absolutely cooks. I don't know how anybody has convinced themselves into thinking this is a bad ult. Just the ults that we do have in the game and like all of the different animations, I do like them a lot. I think they're all very fitting. I think they absolutely cooked on them, and I just think they're all really good. I love how accurate they are and how well they transform what the original move is, but also just keeping like the framing of different shots and everything like the exact same. It's perfect. Now for something I really don't like about Majin. This attack is so toxic. Like, I want you to pay attention to the damage this thing does, okay? So it costs 4, which is fair, okay? It's a stronger move, so it's gonna be a little bit better. This thing, first of all, it just goes on forever. Like, the range on this attack is kind of absurd. It can go, like, across mostly the entire stage. But the thing that is especially toxic about it, and I've already been tortured by this online, let's say that Ku gets up to, like, an ult or Sparkin and is ready to attack. This thing goes through block. It means that you can just use it one time, do, like, 8,000 damage. You can just do it again. You can hit it again while they're there. You can just keep, like, popping it, and if they block, there's nothing that they can do. You literally have to vanish it, and people can use it, like, 2 times in a row after a sparking. And the thing that's so toxic about it especially is that Ku isn't even the only character that has this type of attack. You have Kakunsa here, who also has a similar thing. It's a 4-cost attack that kind of rushes at them, and it also breaks third block, or it goes through blocks, I should say. And she has the same sort of thing. She's also the same cost character, so they're both 5 costs. Yet for whatever reason, Ku's just does more, right? Like, if we do the same thing here, we'll boost it. Got like 8,000, not bad. And then for the second hit that isn't boosted, you got like 6,500. But if we take Ku's, which is better, and we boost it, we're getting 10,000. And then we can immediately use it again and get 12,000 for the second hit. Now the good thing is, with this update and the patch that came out, it did kind of reduce how broken stuff like this can be. Because the fall off for combo and certain rush attacks and supers and stuff are way less now. Like, I'm talking like terrible. Like the fall off damage is miserable if you chain them. So even though I do think this attack is toxic, and I think people are gonna have to get very, very, very used to dodging this attack if they want to go up against Ku, I just think it's funny that they already had a character that did it, and they're the same cost, and they just made Ku's better and like more toxic and do more damage. It's kind of crazy. Back to the good things that I like about certain moves. I really like how many paralysis moves there are, at least that we're getting more, because I think it's a really fun addition. Glorio's especially how long you can hold this attack. Like, you can really catch people off guard and then paralyze them and just guarantee yourself like some type of hit into it. The paralysis attacks might be a little toxic, like I can see why people would think that, but they're on so few characters, and I feel like a lot of the weaker characters haven't really gotten them yet. Like, not many characters get the paralysis stuff. But it is fun to have more characters that get it, and Glorio's is like a fun use case for it. I do like it. You can often catch people off guard if they like dash behind you. You can still be holding this and then hit them with it right when they get to you. Same with like Pansy's Wasabi Bomb. I think it's fun. I do think the range on it is absolutely terrible, but I do think it's fun to just have a little like grenade that you throw to paralyze. Is fun. I think more of these attacks are necessary, and I think it adds a lot of variety to the game. that we should see a lot more. The characters this time around are what I want to see from the DLC, is more characters like this. Now, I'm not even going to do a transition for the bad because it has to do with the Wasabi Bomb move. So, for whatever reason, I don't know why this isn't an AoE. Like, it's not an AoE. It literally just hits at one point and then that's it. So like if I were to throw this and somebody walks into it, it wouldn't do anything. That makes me mad. Like, I know that would be a little bit broken, but it's a bomb. It's like a gas bomb. Like, she's a 2-cost character. You could give her like kind of a toxic paralysis move that has a little bit of AoE and it wouldn't be that bad. Like, if you have a 2-cost character, make them like kind of okay or somewhat viable with like their unique moves, you know? I would have liked to see it. And for the good, I really do like the interactions that we got this time around. Just wholesome Goku and Vegeta interactions. There's special dialogue for getting like the whole crew together. Vegeta's just there. I guess that dialogue doesn't include Vegeta. I guess he's not part of the crew. But beyond the team interactions, there are also just a lot of normal like fight dialogue and stuff. The intro dialogue that I like a lot.
This long hair I've got feels pretty unique. Looks a little different than usual, huh?
So I'm a fan of the new dialogue interactions. I think some of them are fun. I'm just upset that a vast majority of them are with the characters in the DLC pack. Like, yeah, that probably does make sense. But like, I do really wish that there was more interactions between other characters and the older ones. But by far, I think the worst thing in this entire DLC, and this might be a controversial pick, okay? The fact that there is no dub is honestly criminal. Like, I really like the sub voices, okay? I like Dragonball subbed a lot. There are probably some characters I even prefer subbed these days. But like, the fact that the entire game is dubbed, and the fact that this DLC was delayed by like months, I'm pretty sure. At least a month, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be like 2 months ago. The fact that the DLC was delayed, there is already an entire dubbed voice cast that did the anime. The anime is almost finished being dubbed, by the way, as of when I'm recording this. It only has like maybe 5 episodes left or something that would need to come out for the dub, and then the entire dub would already be done. There's a whole dubs cast for everything. It was super delayed, and they still didn't dub the voices, so now these are the only voices that aren't dubbed in the game. It is the wildest choice. I have no idea what course of events led to that or why they didn't do it. It just seems lazy to me, to be honest. It seems like they're putting as little effort into getting the DLC out as possible. But yeah, the fact that there is no dub in this is, I think, kind of criminal, and I think it's the worst thing in this DLC. All in all, I am a big fan of it. I think the DLC is fun. I think there's a lot of things about it that are very good. But I do think there's also a lot of things about it that could be better. And that's kind of just the way Sparking Zero has been, like, since launch, right? It has the good, it has the bad. I still like it, but you know, you take it for what it is. I would still say the DLC is probably worth it, though. I do enjoy it.